ji.
Yeah, thank you so much.
A very warm good morning to you on behalf of Department of Commerce, Kalipada Ghosh Tarai Mahavidyalaya.
Yeah,
Welcome
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pintu ji. Thank you, ma'am. I mean, excellent. Good morning to you also.
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Nitin. I'm sure you were also there with Shudipto in our college.
No, ma'am.
I
He was not there,
you.
ma'am. Our EIRC chairman, he's also joining. Let me introduce him.
Okay.
So, Sudhir sir is also there.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. A very warm welcome to you on behalf of Department of Commerce, Kalipada Ghosh Tarai Mahavidyalaya. Hello, Sudhir sir.
Good morning. Good morning,
sir.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Sudhir.
Good morning. So I think I am late by 5 minutes. So sincere apologies.
That was nice of you, graceful of you. Yes.
Before that, let me introduce CS Sudhir Kumar Bhatia, sir. He is the chairman of EIRC, Eastern India Regional Council of Institute of Company Secretary of India. So far away, even though he is from Kolkata, so he has joined us. He has kindly graced the occasion. And it's quite fortunate for all of our students that he is there with us today. And we hope that our students will be benefited with his gracious presence. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, CS Pintu Jaiswal.
Thank you, sir.
Respected dignitaries from the Kalipada Ghosh Tarai Mahavidyalaya, Chairman Siliguri chapter, entire managing committee of the Siliguri chapter of Eastern India of ICSI, and my dear students, a very warm morning to all of you. So this program is basically a career awareness program wherein you all will be enlightened with the benefits of company secretaryship. When we talk about company secretaryship, we are exactly talking about an white collar job. I hope you all are aware what exactly a white collar job is. So once you are a company secretary, let me give a very practical picture to all of you. Once you are a company secretary, you are a person who tie up a knot, gets into a blazer, put on a blazer or a suit with a very high profile documented file in your hand. You go into or walk into the boardroom of a corporate. This is what basically a company secretary structure is all about. Now let me share some of the basics of what company secretary is. The course detail, the procedures to enroll in the course, the examination, curriculum, I think that will be shared during the program by one of my colleagues. Let me briefly share the experience of post-company secretaryship, what exactly you will do if you are a company secretary. So, my dear friends, if you are a qualified company secretary, you have basically two options. Either you can go into a job, so you are a company secretary in employment, or you can start your own practice. When I say your own practice, you are a company secretary in practice holding a certificate of practice given by the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. Coming to this, employment and practice. Once you are in practice, the opportunities.
The Institute of Company Secretaries of India, the courses offered by the ICSI, the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. The ICSI, in short, I will describe it as ICSI, the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, is a national professional body constituted under an Act of Parliament, which is regulated by Company Secretaries Act 1980. Yeah, my dear friend, it's not any one private institute, it's not any private and local institute. It's a national body which is regulated by the under an act of parliament which is regulated by Company Secretaries Act 1980. Whatever we are doing in the courses for professional, all needs to be done according to the Company Secretaries Act 1980. ICSI functions under the jurisdiction of Ministry of Corporate Affairs. It's not that ICSI can act independently. It has to act under the guidance, supervision of Ministry of Corporate Affairs. The Institute of Company Secretary of India has been set up to regulate and develop the profession of company secretaries. My dear friend, it's just a beginning. In beginning, be aware of the thing that the ICSI is a company worked under the Company Secretaries Act 1980. It's functions under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. It's not like any other local bodies or any private bodies. It works under the supervision under the government of India. So while you qualify the course from the ICSI, you will become a member of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India who works under the jurisdiction and functions under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Before again I'm going to the discussion about these ICSI courses, let's let you know there are things that ICSI has its headquarters at New Delhi, and headquarters has again the regional councils, 4 regional councils. One is Chennai, another is Kolkata, Mumbai and New Delhi. And under the regional council there is chapters is there, 72 plus chapter is there. So how the institute works, that headquarters is there at New Delhi. Under headquarters there is 4 regional council at Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai and New Delhi. And under the regional council there is chapters is there. So this Siliguri chapters comes under the jurisdiction of Kolkata Regional Council, EIRC, Eastern India Regional Council of India, now which is presently chaired by the Sudhir Sir, is the chairman of the EIRC. The institute has over 60,000 plus qualified members both in employment and in practice, and about 3 lakhs students are currently enrolled in the company secretary course. So my dear friends, so you after joining this your course, you will become a students among 3 lakhs students, and you have to fight, you have to compete these 3 lakh students, and you have to become a member and go to the various position of the corporate jobs. And good thing is that the ICSI has its own center of examination in Siliguri, conducts examination around 200 examination center, and Siliguri is one of the center of the Siliguri. You know all him, Honorable Prime Minister of India, what he said once he visited the ICSI Golden Jubilee celebration on 4th October 2017. He said that I am honored to be with the experts who ensure every company in the country follows the law of land. See, Prime Minister of India has quoted the line that he is honored to be with the experts who ensure every company in the country follows the law of land. Who is expert? We, the company secretaries. Clear? Who maintain the complete transparency. ICSI plays an important role in institutionalizing the transparency and honesty in the country. The motto of ICSI is Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara, which implies one should speak the truth and follow rules and regulations. My dear friends, company secretary, let's start with the employment opportunity for the company secretaries. Company secretary in employment, what is the scope of employment, opportunities in employment for the company secretaries? The Companies Act, the Companies Act itself has conferred a special status to the company secretary and has bracketed him along with the MD, CEO, whole-time director and CFO. The appointment of whole-time key management person has to be made by board registration, which is a testimony of the significance of the role of the company secretary KMP. See, my dear friends, key manager person. The CS is itself a key manager person. He and C, the company secretary has bracketed himself along with the key manager person. Now, you must ask, which companies it needs to hire the CS? Every listed company and every other public company having a paid-up share capital of 10 crore rupees or more has to appoint a whole-time key managerial person. This is a special rights given by the Act itself that every listed company, there is no restriction, no any clauses. If you are a listed company, then you have to hire a company secretary. And apart from listed company, every other public company, means every public company who have a paid-up share capital of 10 crore or more has to appoint a whole-time company secretary. Correct? A company other than covered above, that means which is not a listed company and which is not a public company, which has a paid-up share capital of 10 crore or more, shall have a whole-time company secretary. So, my dear friend, whenever now you will go outside and see any company, or you may check the status of any companies in MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs website, and check whether the company has a paid-up share capital of 10 crore or more. If yes, if it has a paid-up share capital of 10 crore or more, then you must poke him and say, sir, you need to hire a whole-time company secretary. It's a violation of the Act. Correct, friend? This is the opportunity given by the Companies Act 2018 that every listed company, every other public company, and every other private company which have a paid-up capital of 10 crore or more shall have to appoint a whole-time company secretary. It's my dear friends, this is the one which the Act has given the right now. But if the Act has not given any right or make the compulsion to hire a company secretary, then also the companies hire the company secretary for the smooth business, for smooth compliances, for their expertise knowledge of CS. It's not that the company just hire a company secretary for the compulsion made by the Act. No, the company hires the company secretary for the expertise knowledge of company secretaries in the field of Companies Act, taxation, income tax, GST, labor law, everywhere. Clear, friend? This is the opportunity of employment, right? Every company which have a paid-up share capital of 10 crore or more needs to hire a whole-time company secretary. And if the company which does not have a paid-up share capital of 10 crore or more, even though the company hires a CS for the vast knowledge of their laws, right? Let's move forward to the part of the company secretaries in practice, right? Well, now you must ask, what is the scope in practice? First, I would like to tell you that in practice means the CS can open its own office and can practice there and individually, and as a boss, he can or she can act in the office. The Companies Act 2030 has increased the opportunities to the company secretary in practice by introducing secretarial audit. The way CA does the tax audit, in the same way, company secretary in practice do the secretarial audit. The secretarial audit is the sole rights of the company secretary, who can only do the secretarial audit. Clear? Now, which companies needs to be done the secretarial audit? Every listed company needs to done a secretarial audit. Every public company having a paid-up share capital of 50 crore or more needs to done a secretarial audit. Every public company having a turnover of 250 crore or more. See, friends, for listed company, there is no clause, there is no restriction. For if you are listed, then you have to conduct a secretarial audit, right? And other than listed company, that is public company, there is two criteria. One is paid-up share capital, and another one is turnover. If paid-up share capital is 50 crore or more, then you have to do a secretarial audit. Or if you have a turnover of 250 crore or more, then you have to do a secretarial audit, right? As of now, we have discussed listed company, public company. Now, every company having outstanding loans or borrowings from banks or public financial institutions of 100 crore rupees or more needs to done a secretarial audit. Clear? Secretarial audit is the main domain which is done by the company secretary in practice. Right? Now, This is the statutory rights given by the Companies Act 2013. But while you in a practice, you can. It's not that you just need to be just a company's law matters. Yeah, being a company secretary, you are expert. You are hero of the company's law. No doubt, you are unbeatable in company's law. But along with the Companies Act, you are also an expert of tax laws, labor laws. The CS in practice can also practice in the field of taxation, in the field of GST, in the field of labor law, in the field of environmental law. There is various law in the SEBI you can practice. Like in small cities like Siliguri, we can well practice in our like in GST and in income tax and in labor laws. Clear? And being a CS, you can also perform a banking facilities or project report. Now the companies like in Siliguri needs a fund to raise from banks. For that, they need to do a project report. They need to raise a loan from the bank. So you can also practice in this field. Employing a company secretary helps in mobilizing resources from capital market through IPO, FPO, mobilizing resources through FDI, project planning, due diligence, compliance of all the applications law to the company, so CRS, corporate social responsibilities. The Company Secretary, in fact, recognizes company secretary as advisor to the board on the affairs of the company and all matters to ensure good corporate governance. They are also required to guide the board on its own role, responsibilities, and duties. What if the company does not engage a company secretary? The main point. What if the company does not engage the company secretary? Director's risk increases. If you hire a company secretary, the director's risk decreases. How? Because being a company secretary, you will comply all the laws of the country. Devoid of valuable advices to the business. Opportunity cost incurred in terms of penalty and interest. As of now, I have discussed the opportunity given to the company secretaries in practice and the company secretary in employment. The government of India, whether you are in a practice or in employment, the government of India is going to rely on your documentation, on your signature. Once you authenticate, once you sign the documentation, any document, the government of India goes to rely on your document, and your signed document will become a government documentation on the basis of which government of India will act accordingly. So your signatures goes to recognize a one valuable symbol. Now, dear friend, as I have discussed with you the opportunities of the CS. Now, let's to the introduction to courses. What the course is. If you have any queries, then please let me know. Or shall I post courses part? Okay. Eligibility. Hello. Sorry.
Proceed.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Eligibility. Students who have passed the +2 or appearing in +2 with the condition of submitting 12 pass proof can enter for the executive program registration. Just a moment. Registration is between there is various date is 4 date is cut-off date is there 16 December to 5th April, 16 to 15 June, 16 June to 15th October, 16th October to 15th October. The fees is just rupees 1,000. CSTAT, that is CS Entrance Executive Test, shall be held on a single day consisting of 2 parts. The CSTAT is just a newly introduced entrance pattern of ICSI, which will let you know whether you are eligible to further proceed ahead or not. Okay, the CSTAT held on a single day basis on 2 parts, that is computer based test 120 minutes, and there is 4 subjects is there: business communication, legal aptitude and logical reasoning, economic and affairs, and current affairs. Okay, and there is Viva voice 15 minutes on presentation and communication skill. You can appear this examination from your home or from any workplace. An aggregate of 50% and minimum 40% marks in each subject will be required for the qualify the CS entrance examination. The duration of the test shall be 135 minutes, 120 minutes for MCQ and 50 minutes for Viva. There will be no negative marking. Dear friends, be clear. There is an aggregate of 50% marks required to qualify this entrance exam and 40% marks in each subject required. And there will be no negative marking, and this is the MCQ pattern. Now, once you pass the CS entrance examination, you will be eligible for registration under the CS Executive Program. Who can appear for CS Executive Program? Final pass of ICSI, ICAI or ICMI can also appear for the CS Executive examination. Under Executive Program, there is two models there. The registration is valid for 5 years. An exam is conducted in the month of December and June. And after passing this executive program, then you will be eligible for registration in the profession. There is 3 stages there. One is entrance, that is CSEET. After passing that, you will go register for executive program, that you can call it as intermediate course, intermediate stage, and the final stage that is called as professional program. For students who have passed the CSTET exam, the executive program registration fees is 8,500, and for final pass of ICAI student, it is 13,1500. Correct? And the professional program fee registration fee is 12,000. Clear, friend? There's 3 stages. One is CCAT entrance exam. Once you qualify that, you will be able to register for the main course, that is executive program. And after passing executive program, you will be registered for eligible for professional program. See, this is the course detail. There is 2 modules in executive program, that is inter-level, that is called intermediate. Module 1, there is 4 subjects. One is tax law, one is business entities and closure, company law, and interpretation and general laws. Correct? And in module 2, there is 4 subjects: corporate and management accounting, security law and capital market, economic, business and commercial law, and finance and strategic management. This executive program, there is equal practical subject is also there and theoretical subject is also there. It's not that there is only a theoretical subject is there. There is both combination of practical and theoretical subject. And one thing is that if you wish to appear for both module, you can appear for both module. And if you want to appear for just a module 1, you can also appear for module 1. Or if you wish to appear for module 2, you can appear for module 2 as well. It's up to you. Clear? Once you clear this executive program, pass, then there is CS professional program. There is 3 modules there. 3 subjects in module 1, 3 subjects in module 2, and 3 subjects in module 3. Altogether, there is 9 subjects in professional program. And see, the same way, either you can appear for all 3 modules, or if you wish to appear for any module out of this given 3, you can appear for module 1, 2, 3, anyone. Again, the course syllabus is a mixture of practical as well as a theoretical paper. And one-day orientation program is there. Once you registered for the executive program after passing the CSTET, then you need to go for the one-day or mandatory orientation program that is conducted in the institute itself. With the course, the objective of the orientation program is to appraise the newly admitted students to know about their institute, role and responsibility of the company secretary, and scheme of studies, course curriculum durations. Clear, friends? This is a compulsory one-day orientation program that you need to go. And as you know, this is a professional course. CS is a professional course. So while going with the course, then you need to appear also for an executive development program That is 15 days online mode and 15 days classroom mode once you pass the executive program. Clear? 1 month training is there, that is called as executive implement program. It's called a pre-membership training. It's 15 days online mode and 15 days classroom mode. Clear? And along with this training and with the courses, flow of the courses, you must need to go with the practical training with the industry. Unless and until you have a knowledge and the experience of the practical market, you cannot sustain in the market. So on the basis of this, the institute has defined a draft or design a practical training course. You can go with the practical training either with industry or with the PCS, that is called practicing company secretary. After you may go with the training after completing the executive program or as well as after passing the final course. Clear? Once you pass the CS examination final, that is called professional program, you must go with the 1 month residential corporate leadership development program of the institute. And now, dear friend, as of now, we have discussed about the subjects, courses, opportunity. So I must tell you the placement and pay package. In recent campus and in recent campus interviews, the majority students having become fresh company secretary were picked up by the regulators and reputed companies at very attractive starting salaries. In the large corporate and multinational company, they are getting huge pay package ranging between 25 lakhs rupees to 1 lakh crore per annum. Clear? Salary packages, of course, depend upon the capabilities and capacities of a person and varies from sector to sector. This is the basic packages in the employment you may go, and it varies from depend upon the student to student and the members to members. The one more important good thing is this, that this course, the CS course, can be done by any stream like arts or science or the commerce streams. Anyone can join these courses. What else? Do you know about what is AGM, Annual General Meeting? What is this course, AGM? AGM is an annual general meeting which is conducted by every company, whether it is a listed or public or a private company, needs to conduct AGM with its all shareholders, right? Where the company discuss about their all accounts, financials, and every matters, right? Where in AGM, the chairman report that I am glad to report that your company had a successful year. There was no raid and inspection by CBI, ROC, IT, excise enforcement, etc. Again, I am repeating, my friend. In the AGM chairman report that the company had a successful year. There was no raid and inspection by CBI, ROC, IT, excise enforcement, etc. So it's a great matter. It's a great day, and it's a great opportunity, and it gets opportunity for the company where the company had no raid and inspection by any regulators of government of India. Do you know what is the secret behind it? What is the secret behind it? Can you please tell me, anyone? Any guess? It's a company secretary. That's because the company secretary is good at all compliances. Okay, friend? This is all just because of company secretary, because the company secretary is good at compliances. Even ICSI classroom teaching centers and at regional council and chapter level and online classes provides it. ICSI, the ICSI means the Institute of Company Secretary itself provides a classroom teaching with good features like small batches, best faculties, concept clarity, personal attention, expert and experienced faculty with practical knowledge at reasonable fees. You may also contact for any details, for any queries with the institute at Siliguri chapter at the email ID siliguri@icsi.edu, and phone number is there 0353 243 2780. That's it's all about the courses which I have till discuss. Thank you, friends.
Thank you, Nitinji, for this wonderful presentation. I hope that students are now quite informed about this course. And now, before moving towards the students, I think one thing they might be wondering is they might be hearing the term compliances everywhere.
Right.
So, can you please explain them what exactly this term compliances mean?
Yeah, compliance means while being in a company, right? The company secretary needs to comply with the Companies Act given by the regulations and the details required by the company secretary. Like there is a various compliance form is there which needs to be filled by the company secretary. Like there is a MJT7, AOC4, and annual return, secretarial audit, PS3. While you issue the shares of the company, there's various compliances you need to file with the SEBI, with the stock exchange, and that must you need to comply with all the requirement of the laws that need to be complied by the company secretary. If you are practicing in a taxation field, then you must know about that individual ITR, income tax return you have to file. This is one of the basic example. ITR filing is also a basic compliances of the law. While if you are not filing this ITR, it's a non-compliance, which attract a huge penalty. In the same way, the company secretary also need to file an annual return, like MGT7, AOC4, which is an annual return, like an income tax return. In the same way, for the company, there is annual return, MGT7, AOC4, PS3, where various forms which need to be filed by the company. And the Companies Act itself has given a various opportunity for the company secretary while bringing the various new form like charge form is there, and depository form is there, MSME form is there. So this need to be filed by the company's secretary.
Okay, thank you very much. Now let us open the session for the students. अगर कोई भी students का कुछ query है, anything, किसी को भी कुछ पूछना है regarding the courses, तो you all can put your query over here. या आप unmute करके बोल सकते हो, पूछ सकते हो, या आप chat box में भी लिख सकते हो अगर किसी का भी कोई डाउट या क्वेरी है. Even though it has been nicely explained by you all, जो कि मुझे जहां तक लगता है बहुत ही कम चांसेस होगा किसी का डाउट क्वेरी का, because it was wonderfully explained all the internal as well factor. सुदीप जी आपको कुछ कहना है?
Nothing as much because Nitinji has explained all the aspects of CS course. So, nothing. Any query, you can contact me. I have given my contact details to you, and also the email IDs are there in the website. Yeah.
So, dear students, Sudipto ji will be there in Siliguri ICSI chapter. So, he will be looking after the entire chapter. So, if you have any doubt query, you can visit the chapter. It is there in Siliguri College of Commerce BB Extension campus only. So, you can visit over there and you can inquire anything. So it's really very helpful, and if there is any problem, definitely we will address it. So किसी का कोई doubt and query अगर है, तो you can please put forward.
What is the academic tenure of ICSI?
Time period required.
Time period is all about 3 years courses. Just once you enter, it's a 9 months gap, not exactly 3 years. You can complete it by 2.5 years.
So within 3 years, they can complete the course.
Yeah. Okay. It's a good opportunity. You can start with the college, become your bachelor degrees program. With the college, you can complete your CS course.
Exactly. That is what I was conveying them, Nitinji, that this is the right time to enter into the courses.
Right. And one golden opportunity is there. With you all students, there is a CS Pintuji is there with you all to guide you. With all time, he is with you all. It's an opportunity for you. Being a teacher and as well as he is a proud member of this Institute of Siliguri chapter, he can always guide you all, and you can ask him and you can access him every time.
Anything else, dear students? If you have anything else to inquire, so you can unmute yourself, and accordingly we can move forward. और अगर किसी का और कोई डाउट क्वेरी नहीं है तो आई थिंक वी कैन रैप अप द सेशन. सो बिफोर दैट फ्रॉम आवर फैकल्टी मेंबर्स ओनली, Suraj sir, Rahul sir, Kanti sir is there, Sujata ma'am. So anything on behalf of students, if you want to put forward, because there might be students might be feeling a bit hesitant to put forward their question. So anything from your side, which you
Yes.
feel that students would be knowing.
Can
Rahul
you-
sir.
Am I audible, Pintu sir?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Pintu sir. Thank you, Nitin ji, Sudipto ji, and entire ICSI team for giving the students the opportunity that they can know the various professional courses and how they are going to complete the course. As you have explained the entire timeline of the courses and various contents that are in the courses very well, I would just like to know on the behalf of students, they might have that doubt, like the training program that is of 21 months, as you have said, like in CA courses, if I am not mistaken, they can start that articleship after completing the group 1 of intermediate. So in case
Right,
of,
sir.
yeah.
Right.
In case of ICS courses, the training, when a student can start that training program after completing that intermediate module 1.
Yeah, after complete. No, both module.
Okay.
Both module. After complete the intermediate, that is inter examination, you can start the training.
And that module 1 and module 2, this has to be completed at a one shot, or individually it can be completed.
Individually, it can be done. You can either appear for both module at a time, or if you wish to appear for just a module 1, you can appear module 1, or if you want to wish to appear for module 2 first, you can appear for module 2 as well.
Okay, thank you. I hope some questions might be, if any question is there with you students, you can ask them.
So I think that's all for today. Probably if there is anything else, definitely we'll get back to you all. So thank you very much, Nitinji, for sparing your time. And I do personally believe that this session has really enlightened them. At least regarding this course, they might have been clear now, both from the academic perspective as well as post-CS perspective. Our EIRC chairman, he has also rightly pointed out that how after getting the CS degree, one can see their future prospect. So that is also very meticulously stated by him, the option which the students might be having after pursuing their CS. So that was also very crystal clear and very rightly explained. And regarding the continuance of the course, that was also very rightly explained by you. So thank you very much for sparing your time, and thank you everyone, all our departmental faculty members, as well as the students. Obviously to the students, because during this pandemic time, when things are not going good at all, when everything is quite uncertain, you people had participated actively and you have listened it, and I hope that this will be beneficial to all of you. So thank you very much. Thank you once again to all of you. Thank you, Nitin. Thank you,
Yeah,
Sudipto.
thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
We are signing off this session. So thank you, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.